Be still. Listen to the stones of the wall. Be silent. They try to speak your name. Listen to the living walls. Who are you? Who are you? Whose silence are you? Who, be quiet, are you? As these stones are quiet. Do not think of what you are, still less of what you may one day be. Rather, be what you are. But who? Be the unthinkable one you do not know. Oh, be still while you are still alive, and all things live around you, speaking, I do not hear, to your own being, speaking to the unknown that is in you and in themselves. I will try like them to be my own silence, but this is difficult. The whole world is secretly on fire. The stones burn. Even the stones burn me. How can I be still and listen to all things burning? How can I dare to sit down with them when the silence of all things is on fire? When no one listens to the quiet trees, when no one notices the sun in the pool, where no one feels the first drop of rain, or sees the last star, or hails the first morning of a giant world where peace begins and rages end. One bird sits still, watching the work of God. One turning leaf, two falling blossoms, 10 circles upon the pond, one cloud upon the hillside, two shadows in the valley, and the light strikes home. Now dawn commands the capture of the tallest fortune, the surrender of no less marvelous prize. Closer and clearer than any wordy master, thou inward stranger whom I have never seen. Deeper and cleaner than the clamorous ocean, seize up my silence. Hold me in thy hand. Now act is waste and suffering undone. Laws become prodigals, limits are torn down, for envy has no property and passion is none. Look, the vast light stands still. Look, our cleanest light is one. In Louisville, at the corner of 4th and Walnut, in the center of the shopping district, I was suddenly overwhelmed with the realization that I loved all those people, that they were mine and I theirs, that we could not be alien to one another even though we were total strangers. It was like waking from a dream of separateness, of spurious self-isolation in a special world, the world of renunciation and supposed holiness. The whole illusion of a separate holy existence is a dream. This sudden sense of liberation from an illusory difference between I and all of them was such a relief, such a joy to me that I almost laughed out loud. I had the immense joy of being human, of being a member of a race in which God became incarnate. As if the sorrows and stupidities of the human condition could ever overwhelm me again, now that I realize what we all are. If only everybody could realize this. But it cannot be explained. There is no way of telling people that they are all walking around shining like the sun. And then I began to see the secret beauty of their hearts, the depths of their hearts where neither sin nor desire nor self-knowledge can reach, the core of their reality, the person that each one is in God's sight. If only they could all see themselves as they really are. If only we could see each other that way all the time, there would be no more war, no more hatred, no more cruelty, no more greed. Le point vierge, the virgin point. At the center of our being is a point of nothingness, which is untouched by sin and by illusion. A point of pure truth, a point or spark which belongs entirely to God. A virgin point that is never at our disposal. A virgin point where God disposes of our lives. A virgin point inaccessible to the fantasies of our own mind or the brutalities of our own will. This little virgin point of nothingness and of absolute poverty is the pure glory of God in us. It is a pure diamond, blazing with the invisible light of heaven, shining in everybody. And if we could see it, we would see these billions of points of light coming together in the face and blaze of a sun that would make all the darkness and cruelty of life vanish completely. On that same afternoon in Louisville, I bought for 50 cents a book of photographs from Life magazine called The Family of Man, a collection of photographs of ordinary folk at weddings and funerals, in bars and churches, children at play and elders at rest. All those fabulous pictures. How scandalized some would be if I said that the whole book is for me a picture of God's face. And yet that is the truth. There, there is God in my own kind. My own kind which means likeness, and which means love, and which means child. Mankind, humankind, like one another. The dear kind of sinners, united and embraced in only one heart, in only one kindness, the heart and kindness of God. I do not look for sin in you, humankind. Although we are all sinners, I do not see sin in you anymore today. There is something too real to allow sin any longer to seem important, to seem to exist. For sin has been swallowed up. Sin has been destroyed. And there is only the great secret between us, that we are all one kind. God reveals God's self as human in us, and there is no other hope of finding wisdom than in our divine humanness, our own humanity transformed in God. My sisters and brothers, this one word from me, the deepest level of communication is not communication, but communion. Communion is wordless. It is beyond words and beyond speech. Communion is beyond concept. Our communion, we don't have to discover a new unity. No, we need to recover an older unity. My dear sisters and brothers, we are already one. We are already in communion. We only imagine that we are not. So what we have to recover again is our original unity. Who we have to become is the one community we already are.